So this is Baruch, and welcome to the Tikkun Elevator Call-Out, where we are using a document camera to show you the text. Now, I'm not a rabbi. I'm not out here trying to get a congregation going or motivate people. Only this is strictly for scholars, or people that want to learn the Zohar, that want to learn the Kabbalah, that want to see the words of the Ariya Kodesh. So it to be a certain kind of person to, at this point, my goal is to try to publicize these things. Let's get over to the page right here. These are the words of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. Is Gazora Akiya De'ihu Kolul Kol Goven. He says, like the radiance of the heavens, De'ihu Kolul Kol Goven, that has all of the colors within it. Zohar Tomi Begoniz. It's a bright, shining light which is hidden, stored away. Zohar Boche B'Shchokim. This is a Zohar, the radiance that shines in the heavens. Now, let's come over here. I think we did that yesterday. So let's come over here and read the Pirush Rahut and see if we can't get going into what's going on here. So it says, V'maskilim yaskiv v'gazor rakia. So the maskilim. So in other places I've seen the word maskilim. It really mostly refers to those who are present, I believe. Yaskiv v'gazor rakia, they will shine like the radiance of the heaven. Earlier, he had pointed out this phrase right here, and he said that the Yesod of Malchus is what's called here Zohar HaBrakia. HaMispashtim B'Kol Sefirot Zer Anpin. So this Zohar spreads through the entire, all the spheres of Zer Anpin. B'nei Esefes B'Yesod, and it all gathers into the Yesod. So in other words, it goes Chesed, Gevurah, Tiferes, Netzach, Hod. Then it gets to Yesod. And at that point, it's mashpas, the Yesod, the Malchus, HaKorei the Rakia. So from the Yesod of Zer Anpin, it goes to the Yesod of Malchus, which is called the Rakia, which we just saw. She'ein lo gavun atzmi, that is the nature of Malchus. Malchus is the female aspect which is empty. B'shum de'iku kolul kol goven, because she, though, her emptiness, supplies a doorway through her Yesod to all of the different colors, meaning all of the different shefa that comes from the Vok of Zer Anpin. Bifnei shehi mekabalas mikol spheres, because she receives from all of the spheros, mikol gavanim, and all of the gavanim. Now we'll do the best we can to go through this piece. And it says va'ater, ata, holech or mefaret. So now the Rab is going to go on, and he's going to specify as tesha spheres v'hagavanim Hashonim, called Echad Merteshas Azoharim. So he says that there are 9 spheros that pour into Malchus. That is what? It would be Chokmah Bina Das, Chesed Gevurah Tiferes, Netzach Hod, and they go into Yesod, and then they go into Malchus. So he says, this is how we see this. So each one of them has a color, each one of them has its own light. So they're all one. So all the colors, all the different radiances belong. That is, each one has a different radiance. Mekeser, this is always counting this way from Keser v'ad Yesod. So let's go Keser, Chochmah Bina, not Das. Then we go Chesed, Gevurah, Tiferes, Netzach, and then Yesod will be the 9th one. Zohar Tomi V'Goniz. So he says that this light, this radiance, is Tomir. It's hidden, V'Goniz, and stored away. Zohar Ha'ne'elim B'Chagonus. Vucha Keser. What is he talking about? What is this radiance? The middle, the panimistic, the most deepest radiance comes from Keser. Shememenu Nisankein Beisa Partsufi. From Keser, you have the tikkun of 2 different Partsufim. One is called Atik Yamim, and the other one is called Erik Anpin. So Atik Yamim is inside of Zer Anpin, so therefore it's preliminary to it, or it's previous to it, or it's more panini to it. V'Atik Kishmo, so Yatik, like his name, Na'atak V'Yatmer V'Tomer Gamon. It is really hidden, completely and totally hidden. But Erik Anpin, on the other hand, is hidden. Mislavish b'soch sfiros ha'olam ha'tzilos, and is mislavish in all of the olamos, the sfiros of olam ha'tzilos, which is keser through malchus. Zohar bachir b'shchakim. Zohar shehu bachir b'shchakim. So what is the radiance that shines out in the heavens? And this word b'shchakim. V'hu ha'chachma. It's really talking about the chachma. She'oram meir u'bachir, that its light shines. It illuminates benetzach and hod and the crime shchakim, which are called shchakim. Now I'm still trying to find out exactly how this works together, and we'll find out. Ki yesod the Abba, so what is he trying to say? Abba is chachma. Ki yesod the Abba, hakolui chachma, misgala b'chazad de zer anpin. That is revealed at the point of zer anpin. Shia ha'teferes shetachtecha omdim netzach and hod umekablim or ha'chochma. So let's see how he says. He says that what it is like this. Let's read it again. The Yesod of Abba is inside of the Yesod of Ima. Ima's Yesod stops at the Chaz, and then the Yesod of Abba is revealed. So here it's called a Karui Chochma, which is called Chochma, Mizgala B'Chazad Zah, and it's revealed there at the chest of Zah because the Yesod of Ima that wraps it stops there. So then it continues on. Shehir HaTeferes, that is, that at the Chaz is the place of Teferes. Ondim Netzach and Hod, so down below that is that we have the word Shatach Shatachtecho, Ondim Netzach and Hod, that below Teferes, and the next spheros are going to be Netzach and Hod, or Makablim or Chochma, and they receive the light of Chochma. Let's see what else he says. Let me see, I have a microphone issue here, and I'm trying to get it worked out. So here's the Zohar Zarek Nitzutzim. So this radiance, it sends out sparks. Zohar HaZorek Nitzutzim, V'hi HaBina, that is Bina. So what is sending out these sparks? HaZorekas Nitzutzi Eish HaDinim, B'Koleda, Shabina Dinim Misa'arim Mimena. So because we know about Bina, that Dinim come and they are aroused at this place. The dinim are called sparks because sparks are all a part of fire, and din is lashon fire. Umavchik kabarach la'aymin. So v'hu meir kamo barak, it shines like a lightning bolt le'enayim to the eyes. V'hainu le'eni zer ampen. So what is he talking about? It says it's shining this lightning bolt, which is this gevurah, which is coming from Bina, shines into the eyes of Zer Anpin, Hami'iras, Maha'aras HaMochem HaMegiyim, Alav, which shine from the light of the Mochem that are coming into it, and where are they coming from? From Ima. Ima is Bina. So let's see a little bit more about this. Zohar Zahir Hivor Kasehira. So this Zohar also sends out radiance, which is white, like the moon. Zohar HaMeir Beloven Kolavona. So it shines like, look at the moon is white. V'hu or sefirot chesed, this is the light of chesed. She'al yado mesukenes v'nidnes malchus, and through it is built and rebuilds malchus. HaMechuna Sihu Akadisha, which malchus is also called the holy moon. Zohar Zohar, so that's because Malchus has no light of her own, and just like the moon, that she gets light from Zer Anpin. Zohar Zohar Sumoko Kama'adim. So he said, what does this mean? Zohar HaMeir Begavan Edom. This is a light that shines with the color red. Kakochav Ma'adim, like Mars. V'hu or Sfiras HaGevurah. This is the quality of the light of Gevurah. Shegavanim Edom, that has these gavanim which are red. Ki'adnumios romezes l'toikef adin, and redness is a reference to the power of din. Zohar Mavhik, so he says another word of shining. Zohar HaMavhik shuhu or sfiras teferes, so he wants to put these words together with specific ideas. Which is in between the sphere of Chesed, Shagorim Lovan, which is Lovan, and spheres Gevurah, Shagavanim Edom, and the spheres of Gevurah, which are red. In between those two is going to be Tiferes. So therefore the radiance that comes out of Tiferes, it has incorporated with it a green color, which is like the sun. Color Magavan Yarech Shuhu his Mazagas Gavanim Lavan Ve'edem, which shines out colors which are red and white and red. And then it winds up shining like the sun. So he said, Zohar Yarek Kocha. So it's green, the Zohar's radiance is green like a star. Zohar Yarek Hameir Kochav, which is like a star. Behind or spheres Netzach Shemakomo Bekav Yamim. So he really means to say that from the Tiferes, which is a greenish color, that it shines from there into Netzach. Netzach Shemakomo Bekav Yamini, which is on the left line, the right line. Akma Kabbalah's Gam Tiferes Hamizavegas Gam Medin. So he wants to say this idea here. He wants to say that when the light comes out of Tiferes, it then moves to the right and shines into the right line. The right line is called the line of Chacham, which is Chochmah, Chesed, and Netzach. But he adds here, Ach mekabeles gam Tiferes Amizuga gam bedin. So he said, it also gets the light of Tiferes. So in other words, it gets green and white. So therefore, it has a greenness to it, like a star. Which is really the concept of what happens when you mix red and white, the Zohar says. I mean, the Rav says, or the Pirish says. But the main part of it is its whiteness. That whiteness really shows you that it's dealing with chesed. Zohar kolor chiver v'sumuk. It's a Zohar that has within it then lavan ve'edem, whiteness from the right line, and a bit of redness that comes from the left line. V'hu or sefirot ahod. Now that one would be the or sefirot ahod. So what did he say? Let me read it again. Zohar kolor lavan ve'edem. So this is the sefirah that has white and red to it. Now, white is to all chesed, the right line, and red, of course, is the left line. That's what you say about hod. Shemekoma b'kav smali, which has a place on the left line. Hanotel eladin, which is inclined towards din. The v'ulam mekaben shemushpas af min hatiferes. But since it also has shefa that comes from Tiferes, because the hod is below, is the leg, in other words, Tiferes is the chest and the body, attached to that is the legs, and so we said that there was one concept over there with a greenness that came into Netzach. Now we're going to say there's a redness with some white in it that's going to come from Tiferes. The Fichah Gavrin Edom Ak Lok even though that it's not the same redness as Gevurah, because it's been mixed with white. Zohar Zohar L'Kol Aver. Zohar HaMe'aver L'Kol Tzadadim. And then there's a Zohar that shines on all the sides. V'hu HaYesod the Kaveri Kol. And this is the Yesod that has everything in it. And that's what he means when it says that it shines to all the limbs. Because it has within it all the 6 kitzvos, that is Chesed, Gevurah, Tiferes, Netzach, and then finally into Hod. Chesed, Gevurah, Tiferes, Netzach, Hod, Yesod. That it receives from them, and all of them are incorporated within it. So therefore, this is the phrase that it says, it shines into all the different sides. The 100 call is Shisha Kitzvos Sakulumba. That is all the 6 kitzvos that are incorporated with it. So now let's go back and let's say the Zohar that we talked about previously, which is the aura that comes from Das. Yored b'Yesod. So Das is in the middle line. Yesod is in the middle line. So it goes down to Yesod. Azar Yesod, the color Rakia, so there the Yesod, which is called by the name Rakia, which means firmament. In English they translate it firmament, but it's some kind of a heaven. or some kind of intermediate area. It really works with half of the light that reaches it. So like, let me read it again. Is a mirror. So like, for example, the light of the sun, which strikes a mirror. And this striking in midness is compared to command the macha bepatish, is like a person that strikes an anvil with a hammer. Kamisha maka bepatish, hitting some of the zarek shvivim the chol citra, and it causes sparks to go on all of the sides. The zarek mitzutze or l'kol aver, it sends out sparks of light into every different direction. Kach or ha-chasada. So this is the way the light of the chasada and the yod be Yesod that come into Yesod. Making bo, they strike it. Mahakol naasis hisnotzis, and from that striking it makes sparks. V'zecha v'sod ha'aras ha'kochav, and this is the secret of the light that shines from the stars. And the Me'irim b'Rekiah, which shine in the heavens. And he says, in the heavens, about Rekiah, what is the Rekiah? Which is the Yesod of Malchus, which is what he said before. But now we see from this radiance, so also, let's say thus is the way that it is with the Yesod of Zohar Anpin, Zaharim Kama Nishmasim, so shine out from this many different Neshamos, Me'iras Kama Neshamos, the Iman Zaharim Kuhu Berikia, and they all shine in the heaven, in this firmament, this area which he said is the Yesod. Shahim Me'iras La'achar Mekad B'Yesod, because ultimately they shine into the Yesod, the Malchus HaNikra Rekia, which is called Rekia. La'achar Shenitzal Lecha B'Yesod B'Yesod, is their Anpin, after they get into her Yesoda, where they come first to the Yesod of their Anpin. And that's the shir today. We're trying to learn these ideas, and we see different kind of names and different kinds of colors for the 6 different sefirot as their anpin, and all of them flow into Malchus. This is Baruch Fleischman, Tikunei Elevator.